YouTube television, only $64.99 per month.
Oh, and that's if you don't want 4K. You have to pay.
That's a $20 extra.
$20, and then there's the sports package.
Yeah.
Then there's the
if you want to get all the pregame shows.
Yeah. Then there's the suck off package.
That's for after the game.
Right. Not to mention Showtime, HBO, CSNBC, MSNBC.
Yeah, I mean,
each one of those is $15.
I should have added every single thing just to see what the grand total would have been.
Right. Yeah.
No, I'm just going to do the free trial.
So it's going to come out to about $400 a month.
Super Bowl Sunday.
You know, yeah.
Sunday.
Yeah, it's the Sunday of the Super Bowl. I'm thinking, am I going to watch it? I don't know.
You can stay here and watch it with us.
Well, I probably should return to my wife and child.
No, yeah, definitely. No, the only reason I'm watching is because my dad's coming over, and we don't really get to spend that much time together. So
yeah,
this is one way we can bond. I don't really watch sports otherwise, but when you watch it with my dad, it's pretty fun.
Yeah. It's not right. It's not fun to watch it alone. So it's like if I go back home, I'm not just gonna watch it by myself.
No, yeah.
But if you're watching it with other people that are into it,
you know who's really fun to watch sports with was Jonathan.
Oh yeah.
Indres.
Yeah.
Yeah, I miss that guy. I haven't seen him in 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, watching. He's just over in Chicago.
You're right. He's not that far.
He's close.
Yeah.
We should get him. We should get him in for an episode of the podcast.
Oh, he'd be great on the podcast.
That'd be hilarious.
Yeah, I always feel like I always felt like his potential was untapped or something.
Well,
he's got star power.
Oh, he definitely does. He's like that guy,
Which guy?
That guy.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
He's got the it factor.
He does. There's
Pennywise.
There's no doubt about it.
He's kind of mischievous like Pennywise.
You can watch basically any kind of competition with him, and he's just so into it.
I remember that one time when everyone was moving out of the house we were all living in, and he for a year and a half, the whole time he'd been living there,
right?
He'd been asking me to fight him.
Oh yeah, fight me.
And I'd be like, no, no. I'm not.
Yeah,
gonna
John
do that,
always
Jonathan.
wants to fight.
Yeah, he's like,
or he
come on,
did.
let's fight. Let's drink some whiskey and fight. It was his special concoction.
Yeah, beer and whiskey.
And
poured up together.
I knew he really wanted to fight, so I did fight him, and I kicked his ass.
Yeah.
I was just picking him up and throwing him across the room.
He's not a big guy.
No,
big personality though.
Big personality, big chip on his shoulder.
Yeah,
I don't know. I was pretty winded though.
Was it a Frito or a Lay? A Lay's. Is it Lay? If you're talking about one Lay's chip, is it a Lay or a Lay's?
I can't possibly.
Which chip was it? Was it a Pringle?
It was such a long time ago.
I think it might have been a Pringle. Sour cream and onion.
There's some friends that just they move away and
you just never hear from him again.
You just think about them
He's
every
on my
single
Snap
day.
map. I can see him on my Snap map.
Oh, you still use Snapchat? I should get back on that.
I don't really use it other than to talk to Jake, Chris, and AJ. We have a little group chat.
Nice.
But that's the only reason I ever use it. I think ever.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
we used to have that kind of friend group chat going, which was good for organizing Taco Tuesday.
Yeah, that was good for organizing stuff. Yeah.
I guess we should probably get that going again.
Yeah, I mean it'd be nice.
Especially over the summer, it's about to warm up.
Yeah.
I'm so looking forward to it warming up, dude. And I know Alyssa is too.
Yeah, it's gonna be you're leaving town or whatever. You're jumping Tuesday. I think Tuesday and Wednesday. Wednesday's supposed to be a little bit rainy, but both days it's gonna be 61.
Nice.
Right, and that's the weather, folks.
That's the weather corner.
So,
with Mason Howerton.
So
you should be on the news.
Yeah.
On the side.
Right.
It's the kind of thing you got to do every day. But,
yeah.
But then you're free the rest of the day. You do it in the morning and then you're good.
You really got to get there early. You got to put on your suit. You have to groom yourself.
Put my face on.
You have to groom yourself. You have to really look like you're on the news.
You should
There should be a channel where the news is Anchorman News.
Yeah.
And I would be on that channel.
Nice.
Yeah. You have to look really good for that too, but it's funny. So.
Yeah. No, you should be one of those kind of split personality types.
Right.
You're really charming and nice on the show.
Right.
Once the cameras are off.
Right. I'm just a fucking
terror. You pull out your cigarettes.
I'm just a terror. Yeah.
And you have your voice completely changes, your posture, your demeanor.
Wow, those were that's the news. Another day, another dollar.
You know who shouldn't be on the news?
Who?
But is on a type of news is Philip DeFranco.
Oh yeah, people actually watch him still.
Burn that guy's media empire to the ground. He still exists.
He's still around.
Quote unquote. I'm doing air quotes, guys.
The guy looks like a thumb.
Yeah. I don't. It's not really about his look. It's just more about his takes. And now he's doing quick news. If you're on Snapchat.
Yeah, he's always adapting and evolving and changing.
And the thing is,
he's like an amorphous eel.
And the thing is, like, bro, you used to do like YouTube news, right?
Well, I don't know,
news?
honestly.
Oh,
it was such a long time ago that I actually watched him. I think he did like kind of just regular. Yeah, he did like YouTube drama or anything that people would click on.
Right,
basically.
right.
Yeah, he went where the money is.
Philip DeFranco.
Yeah,
his goons are gonna be coming after us after this podcast.
Yeah, he just seems like one of those guys who's like a douche.
I hear he's got people listening to every podcast that exists, and just to see if anybody's talking shit.
Yeah, he seems like one of those like kind of like insecure guys who would like probably sue you.
I don't know. Yeah. I wonder.
Yeah, you know that guy Maddox.
I guess Maddox.
Maddox
from like Maddox.
He did like the best page in the universe.
Yeah,
he's like a total asshole.
Oh yeah.
Did you hear about this? He sued like one of his friends because like one of his friends like fucked his ex-girlfriend or something.
I believe that guy's an asshole. And his like, whole page is like kind of built on that.
Yeah, but I always thought it was more of like a joke.
Oh no. Yeah.
But it turns out he's just an actual prick.
Yeah, he's just a
he tried to like sue this guy. And he basically ruined this guy's life. Like, this guy was on Cumtown. Like, I was listening. He's like a fellow comedian or something.
Oh. Okay.
And he was talking about this whole experience. And he had to spend like $30,000.
Wow.
Like, on a lawyer to like defend it. But basically, the whole case was thrown out because Maddox like was basically claiming like that like he made some like bad jokes about him or something.
Oh.
Like that's.
He was suing him for comedy.
He was suing him for comedy.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I mean you can sue anyone for anything if you
right.
have like a lawyer who will take the case.
I guess he's got money. Does he have a lot of money? I haven't been on his page in a long time. It used to be hilarious, but I was also like 15.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. I
don't those were funny days.
Those were the days
when you like the first time I found it, I was like, man, this is hilarious.
Yeah,
you know?
It's kind of fresh.
You read a bunch of them, and then his like shtick kind of just like doesn't.
Yeah.
Perpetuate,
Doesn't really evolve.
Right. No, it's just kind of like.
Unlike Philip DeFranco, who's constantly changing.
No, he's like the thing from Split or something. He's
he's like that alien creature from that was
Splice?
Was Ryan Reynolds in it? It's like that alien ripoff movie.
I couldn't tell you.
There's some alien ripoff movie.
Oh, you talking about
Life?
Life?
Yeah.
Yeah, with in space and like.
Is that Ryan Reynolds really?
I think it is.
Yeah.
I think it is. There's a few people in that film.
That's another lame celebrity, Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds, he's just too self-aware. Like his public image is like, I'm the self-aware Ryan Reynolds guy.
Like he
bought Mint Mobile.
He's got a pumping gin. This Mint Mobile and his gin company so much. Like on Twitter, I get these ads all the time.
Yeah, the hustle,
And yeah, I kind of
like. He's making money.
Yeah. I kind of wish like the ads were like more about the product and not about the jokes.
But then he does like movies that are just like bad.
Yeah, and then he does like
when was his
bad Netflix movie?
When was his last good movie? Dude, R.I.P.D. wasn't even a Netflix movie.
No, that was bad.
That was a while ago though. What was his last good movie?
Van Wilder.
That was good. I feel like that's the character that he's playing now though.
No, I want him just to do more like serious roles.
Yeah.
Like I do like him as an actor, but like I think
can be good.
He chooses like bad shit and he does like I hate like the product placement and like like the Samuel L. Jackson stuff,
Right.
Oh, I remember the actor who deepfaked his face.
Oh,
it's Bruce Willis.
It was Bruce Willis. Yeah, you mentioned that yesterday.
Yeah, he sold his face to China.
Right. Or you meant last week. Quote unquote.
Yeah, last quote unquote. Yeah, last week. Yeah, I mentioned that, and I was like, "Who's that fucking actor who like completely sold their face to China?"
It's Bruce.
He'll do anything, dude.
B. Wills.
He's been in like, there's probably a lot of overlap with my fans and the fans of this podcast and people who watch Red Letter Media. So I'm probably just like repeating stuff they've already talked about. But they did a whole video where they kind of go through all the recent Bruce Willis movies.
Oh no.
He's made like 20 in the past like 2 years or something. Of just like straight to DVD like horrible trash movies.
Yeah.
Like fake films.
Did he lose a bunch of money somewhere or something?
I think he just gets paid to like $1 million plus to like show up for like 2 days.
Oh.
And they shoot all his scenes like in that time period, and then they shoot the rest of the movie with like a body double.
Oh.
Like they just shoot the back, like the reverse shots of like the back of his head. They get like a bald guy.
Yeah, it's not hard. You have to get you just have to get an
old white bald guy, and you're
that's
good.
Like okay with being like thrown around or whatever.
Yeah, and then like they shoot the movie like in the woods or something.
I see.
Like it's like a sci-fi movie, but it's in the woods.
Gosh only knows.
Have, like,
I
props.
keep seeing these movies. I'm like, is this a movie that is good? It's like Bruce Willis, but then I like you see like the cover of it, and then like you read anything about it. or just like
pretty funny.
the like what is like the like the blurb that the movie has itself, and
Yeah.
it's like, wow, this is gonna be total shit.
Yeah, no, I'm
Absolute
glad the
trash.
Red Letter Media guys like watch them and evaluate them and discuss them, so I don't have to.
Right. Oh, thank God I don't have to do that.
They really
If I was
suffer
getting
for their
paid,
art.
if I was getting paid,
Yeah,
if it was like if I was like gainfully employed having to do that, I could do it.
yeah.
I don't know if I'd
Red
want
Letter
to.
Media makes good money on their Patreon.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
They used to be kind of like a bare bones operation, and now I feel like they're getting paid what they're.
They're still a bare bones operation, but now they have money in their bank account.
Right.
I don't think they really invest any of the money in their space.
I
so,
mean,
like,
I feel like it's gotten a little bit better progressively.
they like
I feel like
they
it
like
got
own
better.
a warehouse like in
Right.
Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
I feel like Milwaukee's not a tiny town.
Well, whenever they showed like the exteriors, it looks like a burnt out like all like no tall buildings, like no like
Right.
it's just like a snowy wasteland.
Milwaukee's a pretty big town.
They probably
just
live on
doing-
like the
They're
outskirts
probably
or
doing that
something
for
then.
funny.
Yeah,
Wouldn't you
maybe
think?
it just looks like
Right.
like
Yeah,
the
it's-
county.
it's
It looks
probably-
like St. Louis County
right.
basically.
It's probably not the most expensive area of Milwaukee where this warehouse is.
And do they own it? I have so many questions.
I feel like they
I'm obsessed
they
with
were
them.
really like old school YouTube for a while, and then they like upped their game, right? And that's just like where it's been.
Now they're just old.
At that like upped portion, but they haven't upped it. They haven't continued to escalate the uppness.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
is okay. It's really more about the
I
content.
want some more production value.
It's not really about like the video that you're watching.
No, they're perfect, and they come out with a good amount of content.
They do a good job.
They do a good job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully they're getting pussy, like we said. I think we've
No,
said this before.
I don't
but
think they are.
I hope they are.
I hope so
Why
too.
does this come up so often in our podcast that we hope that they're getting pussy?
This only came up like one.
I
other
guess
time.
it's because we're getting pussy.
Yeah.
Well, apparently you've never had sex. That's like
No,
that's like
no.
a reoccurring theme.
That was a joke.
That's bait. Yeah.
No, I fuck every day.
Every day, literally, this guy's getting down. Literally, down,
Like-
down
like-
diggity.
You feel off if you don't fuck at least once a day.
Sure. Right. And so I just hope they are.
Yeah. No, exactly. Because I
Right.
definitely think that they could make women very happy if they put their mind to it.
Well,
There's some women out there who are they
I don't know if
they
I
need them
think,
in their lives.
I don't know if I think that, but I hope that. I hope
they just
that.
got to get themselves out there, and they gotta kind of like work out a little bit.
Right.
Like now that they've got the money and they've got the success and the
Right.
fame, like now it's time to like Jeff Bezos that shit and like
Right,
get
right.
ripped.
Yeah. He's a strong man. He's a strong guy now.
I love Jeff Bezos, dude. He's literally Lex Luthor. Have you
yeah.
seen the pictures of him?
I have, yeah.
I think you're the one who showed
showed
him
you,
to me.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
He's
That's
really
that's inspiring.
I
'cause,
don't like that Lex Luthor exists though. Where's Superman?
well, Superman doesn't exist. He's not real.
But Lex does.
But Lex is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but thankfully, so far it seems like he's not doing too much harm.
Well, I don't know.
I think he does more good than harm.
I don't know about that.
He does a lot of like a lot of good like initiatives and like donates a lot of money.
He
to charity.
he donates money. He also, just like sends himself to space as like a jack off project. So
Yeah, I don't really understand like the whole space thing.
right. Send me like I guess when you
Can we just
when
like
you're
focus on like making Earth good?
when you're just like that rich, I guess it's just like where do I want to go next,
I feel like he should just focus on like Elon too. Like what is this whole space thing?
Right.
Like,
Well, it's
Like we're trying to quote unquote colonize Mars,
Right.
but it's like okay, so we colonize Mars, which has like way less gravity than Earth.
it's just
How are
about
people gonna bring fetuses to term?
it's just about like jacking yourself off.
Yeah, like it's like they haven't thought it through or something.
Well, it's
Wouldn't you
it's
need
like,
to replicate the exact conditions of Earth and like create
you
like
would
more
think-
gravity?
You would think so.
Because if a woman is on Mars,
They don't
and,
know
and
yet.
and she can live, like on Mars, like what is going to be like when she gets pregnant and a fetus starts developing? in
Yeah,
her?
they don't know yet.
Yeah, like
Maybe you put something in orbit that like spins at the same, and
but then the bone density,
to create
like
the G-force.
it fucks with your bones, like
Yeah.
when you're in orbit.
Yeah, well, that's why in
It's just like not good for humans to be like off Earth, because like
Earth
is,
is
like,
kind of like
where we developed.
It's our sweet spot.
it's like literally our sweet
It's got
spot.
like what we need,
Yeah, like I don't know, barring some sort of like massive like kind of innovation in like terraforming technology.
Right. Hopefully, well, I mean,
I feel like that should be
It
the
could
focus.
exist.
If we are going to go to space, like what's the point of going to Mars until we have that technology?
right. It's kind of funny because like in the Expanse, they were terraforming it
Mhm.
kind of, and like Earth is like a packed like shithole. Like Earth in the Expanse
The
universe.
thing is that people always
it's like
talk about that
it's like
too,
packed.
and they're like, yeah, in the future, like the Earth is packed. It's like 99% of Earth is not populated
right,
by
but
humans.
this is like hundreds of years in the future.
Even then, it would
with,
be like
with
it-
even
it
more
would- it would-
technological innovation.
It would be like 5% of the
Well-
Earth is
well,
populated.
there's
Most areas of the
Ah.
Earth are unpopulated by humans.
right, but like if technology expands and building becomes cheaper and you're able to sustain the population.
The
It kind-
population
it-
is
it kind
actually when all the first world countries we're just replacing ourselves. The only time people
Right.
are expanding in population is when they're in a third world country
Right. Well,
because they're having more kids, so they have they're hedging their bets.
right.
'cause
Well,
more
in
kids
first world
die.
countries, like cost of living is really high.
Third world countries cost of living is
No,
high.
in first world countries.
Oh, in first world countries.
Yeah, cost of living is really high, so it's like expensive to have kids.
It's actually
cheaper.
it's actually kind of dangerous
It's cheaper to have kids.
to
in third world
to only
countries.
replace yourself. You
It is.
you kind of want to be on the up.
Societally,
Yeah, and eventually when
Right.
all third world countries, I mean, pretty soon all third world countries are going to be first world countries.
yeah,
Like, within the next couple hundred years.
That's the 100 years.
Yeah, in the next couple hundred years.
That's the hope. Yeah. Well, that's in the Expanse. Like it just like gets so fucking populated. And it's just like creating the conditions. If conditions were right,
It's like
that kind of population growth
what's
would
that
would
Star Wars
occur.
planet where it's like completely
Coruscant.
It's like Coruscant where it's just one giant ball of city.
Not quite as bad. Not quite as bad.
I just don't see that ever happening on Earth. Like
I
don't think the population will
I don't know if I do see it happening, but Mars. But then Mars,
It's like this
in
idea
the
of
Expanse,
who started
like
this concept of
it's like
overpopulation?
so much
the Earth is
nicer.
overpopulated. No, it's not.
right. Well, certain areas are overpopulated.
Yeah, just like move to the country. If
Right,
you don't
well-
like the city, move. There's plenty of cheap land in the country,
Well, cheap. I don't know anymore.
like cheaper
Cheap?
than the city.
Well, cheaper than the city.
And
Yeah.
land is going to always be expensive.
I mean,
for
the
sure.
thing is, people who it just depends on your income level, right? Because like at a certain income level, like you can't have land. You're too poor to afford land.
well, not maybe buy
anywhere.
land, but you
right.
can you can rent.
You can rent.
You can move to St.
Right.
Louis, Missouri.
You can. Yeah. I mean, St. Louis isn't really the cheapest place.
I spoke with Sean Willits last night.
Oh, you did.
Yeah.
So where in the world is Sean Willits?
He's still in Burbank,
Oh.
and
oh,
I told him like you got to get out of there.
right.
Like
yeah.
I'm not fucking around anymore.
Yeah.
Because like they just raised his rent by like $100 or something.
What the fuck?
So he's paying like $2,600
$2,600
for that tiny little apart-
$2,600.
Yeah,
He's paying,
no wait, is it 20
or is it 16?
Is it
1600? 1600 seems like
it's
it seems like too much, obviously, but
No,
more
I-
like like
that was my old price that I was paying. I'm trying to think what his
right. And he has a much smaller place.
I think his is like 2,000 or something.
That's a lot.
It's a lot, and
It's egregious.
basically
you can get
cut
a
his rent
mansion.
in,
You
rent
can
in
get
half.
or get a really nice place.
You can get a nice apartment that's bigger here for half the price he's paying now.
Oh, yeah.
Basically. And I
For
told him
sure.
that every month he stays there, he's losing $1,000.
Right. Bare minimum.
And plus,
Plus
everything-
utilities.
Utilities. Everything that he buys there is going to be more expensive.
Right. And your health too.
And he's
breathing in the air.
yeah, or not because you have to wear a mask everywhere.
Right. Well, even in your own house.
Oh yeah. The
The air quality.
The air quality
is
sucks.
much more poor.
even like in Burbank it's not good. Like we would take walks and
No.
I would be breathing in like car fumes. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's a land of cars.
The thing is, it's
there's no trees really. There's like some trees like planted like along the street, and that's nice. But like there's no like thickets of forest.
right because it's a desert.
It's a fucking desert.
Right. So
Yeah.
any tree that like lives either is like a tropical tree, which those don't usually have a lot of leaves. They're not like huge and bushy like an oak tree
They're
or
for
something.
show.
They're more for show. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of like a decoration.
Posterity.
But the thing is, the thing about LA, you can tell the air quality is so bad because if you park your car outside,
There's a fine
there's like a fine like grit
grits
that,
of,
like,
of dirt that accumulates.
kind of appears on it. There's good
Yeah.
things about LA for sure.
Yeah.
And if you're making like bozo bucks,
Yeah, no, like if you do it right, and you don't have a family, and
Yeah.
you don't care about you have little care about your own health, then it's a great place to
well,
live.
if you're making bozo bucks and you can kind of insulate yourself from all the
Right,
the
right.
things about LA that make LA.
You have to be like very successful to live there. Like, well,
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, even commuting in is like not that possible because of the
No.
traffic. It's
Yeah.
so fucked.
yeah, I was looking at houses in Valencia and stuff, and I was like, yeah, maybe I can just commute like 30-40 minutes every day to Stupid Buddy
Ooh.
and live in like a house and
Right.
But like, yeah, the houses are looking at like $3,600,
It's crazy.
And like now that I think about it, I'm like, what was I thinking? Like I was prepared to pay that.
You just become desensitized to
The
like,
outrageous
the
prices.
pricing. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
And
nuts.
now I'm paying what, $1,800 for this
Yeah,
place.
something like that.
So nice, and it's a huge house.
Yeah, it's big.
It's awesome.
Big old basement. There's not a lot of basements in LA.
No,
That one house that we lived in on Chevy Chase that had a basement.
it was kind of like in the side of a mountain though.
Right. Yeah.
So
it wasn't
kind of
really.
it wasn't really a full
It
basement.
wasn't really a basement so much as it was like a just lower level, but
Yeah.
it was like it gave you that subterranean feel,
Yeah.
almost.
Remember when Stephanie and Clay wanted to move into the basement?
Yeah, they did too.
And yeah, my studio is down there, and like, can we like move your studio upstairs to the bedroom?
Right.
I don't know why I agreed to that. I guess I just wanted to make them happy.
Well,
That was a bad deal. They're like, we'll move all your stuff, and they just put all my stuff like in the garage. They didn't move it upstairs like they said they would.
yeah, that was
That was
kind
bait.
of
Bates.
that was kind of like why did they want to be down there?
Yeah, I guess
It
I
was
just wanted
it
to,
was a nice room.
Yeah.
Except
it
for
was
that black mold.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the black mold.
Yeah. So really they did you a favor.
See, the black mold's fucked up because it makes you forget about.
They
that it's there.
they did you a favor for real because you could have been animating and working in that room
You're so right.
with the black mold, because the thing is
Yum.
that the wallpaper only came off
After.
because they wanted to take it off when they moved into that
Right.
room.
That's disgusting.
Right. So they really actually like MVPs on that. They took
They-
and
they-
Brady
they
took the hit.
They took the hit.
He was leaking from his ears.
Brady was?
Fluid, yeah.
Oh,
From the
fuck.
black mold, because he was the one that peeled it off, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, and he inhaled some of
He
it?
inhaled some of it.
Oh, shit.
Oh, no, yeah.
I did not know about that.
That's what I heard. Yeah, maybe I'm just inventing things after the fact. Dude, you know what I
That's always
fucking watched?
possible.
I watched two things since quote unquote last week.
Okay.
I watched
Me too.
I
I also
watched-
watched two things.
oh,
2
w-
episodes of Jack Reacher.
I guess 3. So I watched 2 episodes of Jack Reacher.
Oh, wow.
And then the first 2.
Nice.
I'm watching them in order. And then I thought that might be the best way to consume it. And
Yeah.
then I also watched a pivotal film. The Power of the Dog. Have you seen things about this?
no.
Nominated for Best
It's
Picture.
a Japanese film?
It is not.
Oh, okay.
It is a film starring Benedict Cumberbatch and
Okay.
Kirsten Dunst.
I feel like
Ben-
Benedict Cumberbatch is in like a lot of movies.
Benedict Cumberbatch plays like a rancher, a Montana rancher in 1925.
And Kirsten Dunst?
Kirsten Dunst plays the wife of a lady who his brother, I can't remember the guy's name who plays his brother. He's the guy that looks like Philip Seymour Hoffman, but he's not. He's younger. He's got a mustache.
Wow.
He was in
Okay.
Jungle Cruise, this guy.
Is this like a fake Bruce Willis movie?
No, dude, this movie exists. The Power of the Dog. Nominated for many awards.
Nice. Was it good?
It was confusing. So spoiler alerts,
Okay.
because I don't think Forrest is ever gonna watch this movie.
No.
This movie, okay.
I only watch Marvel movies.
It's a Western.
I'm stupid.
It's a Western, okay? It starts out Benedict Cumberbatch and his brother. Who the fuck does his brother play? Look it up. Look up this movie. See who his
Okay.
brother's played by. I can't talk and use my
That's
phone
a
at the
bad
same
title.
time.
The Power of the Dog.
Yeah, it's like a quote from the Bible or something.
Okay.
And there's also like a mountain range in the distance, and like the shadow looks like a dog barking or something. So this movie opens up, and Benedict Cumberbatch is like he's like trying to do some kind of accent. Like, I've heard good things about his performance in this movie, but I really was not
Got a
impressed.
6.9 on IMDb.
Yeah, but it got a much higher Rotten Tomatoes. It's kind of like a critics. Here's the thing, and I'll get to this
It's a critic's darling.
as I explain the film.
Directed by a woman.
This lady who directed it, it said that like the trailer said it was directed by a master of their craft, like at the top of their game. But like, what else has this lady directed?
She
I
has
wanna
also
know.
directed Bright Star. No, wait, she just wrote the screenplay for that.
Nothing I've ever heard of.
It looks like she's a director of 21 Things. That's a lot of stuff.
Nothing I've ever heard of. Though.
8 episodes of Top of the Lake.
She's been directing for a long time.
Bright Star. 8. To Each His Own Cinema.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of
The
this
Water
stuff.
Diary. God, there's so much.
She's been directing for a long
Just
time. I think the
crazy
most
stuff out there.
the earliest thing was like 85
The
or something.
Piano.
So she's been around for a while.
Interesting.
So
It's all like very artsy movies.
Yeah, and this movie was artsy.
I hate artsy movies so much.
This movie was artsy, but it wasn't like that artsy, so it was tolerable.
Wow.
And it seemed like something like crazy was gonna happen.
Why isn't BJ Novak in this movie?
That's a good question. But you see
should be in
the guy
everything.
who's playing the brother?
What do you play? Peter Gordon?
No. That's
Jesse Plemons is in it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Kirsten Dunst's husband.
That's it. That's her husband. She's
Yeah,
married to that
yeah,
guy.
they're married. Yeah.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
So they are actually they're married in the movie too.
Oh wow.
So
They have that natural chemistry going.
they're
on.
ranchers, right? And Jesse Plemons is like he's like the kind of the clean one.
People love this guy.
Who
Like they put him in everything.
Who doesn't? I like Benedict Cumberbatch. Just wait until I tell you about his Cumberbunch.
Okay.
So I think that's the official name for his package. So this movie's rated R for nudity.
Uh huh.
Yeah. That guy was also the Nazi.
Is Jesse Plemons
or
nude in
the-
it? Please say no.
No, he wasn't. Just Benedict and some farm hands, some like ranch hands.
Yeah.
So Jesse Plemons.
Why do you have interest in these things? You thought it would be good because of the reviews and stuff?
No, I didn't want to watch it.
Okay.
I needed something to watch.
Okay.
I knew I wasn't gonna think it was great. I was hoping I would be wrong.
I had a lengthy, heated conversation with Sean Willits last night about the Book of Boba Fett. He thought it was good.
Oh wow.
He's wrong.
Why does he like that?
He said he liked the music, and
He liked the
he said
music.
if you were a kid, it's the kind of show you would like if you were a kid. I'm like, Sean, we're adults.
Yeah.
We're not kids.
Well, no, that's just this is harkening back to last week's podcast though, because that's what we were saying is Star Wars is for kids.
The thing is, though, I'm not even gonna get into it.
No, go on.
No. The thing is like it has this tone
Right.
that makes you think or feel like it's a serious show.
Yeah.
And
They want adults to be like
they want yeah.
man children to enjoy it too.
It's like a man children show.
Right.
Yeah. It's not really made for kids.
Star Wars isn't really made for kids, but it's made for kids.
It's like
made
it's
to
about violent mercenaries who kill each other.
Yeah,
Star Wars, but it's not done in a fun Buck Rogers kind of way.
Star Wars is.
It's not like a rompy adventure.
Star Wars is like that though.
Not really.
It's made about
episode 4 is much more of a fun romp, family friendly adventure film.
I mean,
this is they're going for this dark Breaking Bad kind of tone.
I think episode 4 is pretty fucking dark.
Episode 4? No.
His fucking family is burned alive.
That's just part of the hero's journey. George read some
His family
books.
is burned alive. His mentor is murdered. And
He lets himself be murdered.
And a planet is blown up.
But it's all fun though. It's all done in a spectacularly.
I agree.
The music implies a tone of gaiety.
They're very mature themes, okay, but it's made to be consumed by children.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
And I haven't watched the Book of Boba Fett. I thought about watching that instead of Jack Reacher, but I thought
no, Jack Reacher's much better.
Well, no, I here's the thing. I'm not choosing things to watch based on how good they are going to be.
Yeah.
It's more about how well, what it's going to lead to in a conversation, when we start talking about it.
Okay. Yeah, no, Sean was really going for the defense of this thing, and he's like, I just try to stay positive, and
I feel that.
And I'm like, no, I don't feel that. I fucking will tear shit apart if it's bad. I need to hold these people to a higher standard.
Right. No, there's something good to say about people trying to stay positive, and the world needs positive people.
Yeah, the world does need more Sean Willits.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I haven't watched the Book of Boba Fett, but the whole Luke Skywalker thing, I don't know. I just don't really feel like I'm going to be immersed, just period, in the story. It's
it's a slug.
It's a slug or a slog?
It's both.
Ooh.
It's a slug and a slog.
A slug is a slug.
One part I did enjoy were the slugs.
Right.
The Jabba family comes in, and they're kind of cute.
Oh, okay.
I've always liked Jabba. I've always related to him. He's kind of just like this fat slug monster, and he just likes to party and have money and bitches. And I feel like he's the most relatable character.
Jabba?
Jabba, yeah, he's one of the more relatable characters in Star Wars.
Not a clone of a bounty hunter?
Yeah, it's like
you old clone.
Yeah, it's like
Boba.
I just don't care about Boba Fett. Like there's no dramatic thrust, and like I'm not afraid if he's gonna die. Like obviously they're gonna keep him alive.
Well, isn't his? Why do you got to say his full name whenever you? Can't you just call him Boba?
Boba,
Like the little balls and the fun
Mr. Fett,
Asian drinks.
Mr. Fettuccine, Boba Fettuccine,
Boba born to a Mr. Fett.
Boba Fett.
Yeah, so
It's like sounds like
you're saying
like
that the tone it's like the story itself is like written for like kids or whatever, but not.
It's not. It's like about like a crime lord taking over like an area and like imposing like his rule.
Okay.
It has like a lot of like mature like themes and stuff, but then like yeah, it's like the violence is like, you know, depicted really like
they just like pull their punches
really lamely.
Right.
Yeah, it's not even as hardcore as like episode 4 in a lot of ways.
It's like that Disney kind of
it's like
uncanny valley of violence.
They fight and like the choreography's bad. Like you can tell they shot it really fast.
Right.
And the actors aren't like landing their punches convincingly.
Right.
And they're like pushing each other's sticks, and it's like wah yeah wah, and there's music.
Right.
Wah yeah wah.
Oh wow. I can't wait to watch it now. It sounds horrible.
It's just bad. And like the thing is like I thought Boba Fett was supposed to be like a badass or something, right? I don't know, but he's not. He's like sucks.
I thought he was supposed to be a badass.
He's just like, yeah, he sucks.
Is he not like really good?
No, he sucks. He's just like he gets like
it's fucked
his ass
up.
Kicked.
It's fucked up, honestly, that they retconned his like life still being a thing. Like he still exists. Like he's still alive.
Yeah, no, he was supposed to die. Yeah,
he died.
Yeah, he's
for all intents and purposes.
In the actual trilogy of real movies
right.
that were directed by George.
And he's just like a
actually
walking,
had some passion behind them.
Right, he's just like he's like a walking corpse now or something like it's like you don't exist, sir. Just like Luke. Like you don't exist. Can't we just like switch over to an alternate dimension where all this like Disney Star Wars shit doesn't exist?
Maybe the Kenobi show will be good.
I hope.
I still have hope for like I'm still gonna like keep hope for these things.
I have an
open
open
when they come
mind.
out and I watch them, I'm going to shit on them if they're bad.
I can kind of tell like immediately just based on the way that it's like shot, like the
marketing,
the marketing and cinematography of just like clips I see. Or
yeah, I can tell you don't like to be marketed to.
Well,
you find it offensive. Like when you see the Euphoria marketing, you're just like, I will not watch that show just on principle.
Well, just the colors. If they're off-putting to me, it doesn't make me feel like yes, my time will be spent well here.
Should have watched Euphoria.
I'll get around to it.
You're already kind of so behind. Just fuck it, whatever.
I'll get around to it. It sounds like this generation is really like getting on the Euphoria bandwagon. Nobody was talking about
Sean
it.
hates Euphoria.
Nobody was talking. Yeah, Sean's a man of another age. Sean is a man of another age. Seriously.
He's like it promotes like drugs and stuff. And I'm like,
what the fuck?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, but also like if you watch the show, it's like it makes.
It kind of sounds like it makes all this stuff sound like a bad idea.
Doing drugs like horrible,
right?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But also kind of fun. I don't know.
Like was Requiem for a Dream, kind of.
It's not made for kids.
Pumping up drug use.
But Sean's like, well, of course kids are gonna watch it, so it just shouldn't be made, basically.
Yeah, I mean, like Skins. It really sounds like just like a good Skins.
Yeah, like the thing is, like I don't care
Skins
like what kind of like
then.
Impact it has in society. Like I don't judge shows based on like
how it's gonna influence.
how it's gonna influence society. I'm just like, is this an entertaining show to me? Like, do I find this fun to watch?
Sure, yeah. Is it well crafted? Is this like really? It comes down to the narrative. And
am I excited?
The thing is, it's like
it all comes down to like, am I experiencing feelings of excitement watching this program?
Does it like lead you from point A to point B in a way that makes you feel engaged?
Yeah, right. Do I want to see the next episode?
Right.
Right after I finish one.
Right.
What did you think of Jack Reacher?
Do you?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Well, I haven't finished talking about The Power of the Dog.
Ah.
So
I'm just like,
he's getting an Oscar nod. He got an Oscar nod for this performance. I'm pretty damn sure. Benedict did.
But you didn't like his accent.
The character, like he was. Yeah, it wasn't convincing. He didn't like lay it on thick enough. The character didn't have enough like good moments. I don't really understand why this movie is getting so much like critical acclaim, because maybe it was like a slow year or something for the kind of movies that critics like to circle jerk like around.
The Electrical Life of Louis Wayne.
So then,
It's a new movie he's in.
you know what I
looks
do want to see
ridiculous.
is Licorice Pizza. I do want to see that.
He's just Benedict's in like a lot of movies somehow.
He is, yeah. He's all over the place, and he looked he looked like a farmhand for sure, like a rancher, like a hardcore Montana
Played
rancher.
Severus Snape in an episode of The Simpsons.
Nice, good on you, Benedict.
He was in an episode of The Simpsons in 2013.
So this movie, right?
Yeah.
You're like, what is gonna happen that's gonna be like weird, right?
You should have watched The Courier.
And immediately you realize, oh, it's gonna be some gay shit.
Oh no.
Like,
Not
why
again.
is it that like ranch hands being like gay is like almost an automatic like nomination nod?
It does seem that way.
It does seem that way
Yeah.
because, and the thing is, there wasn't anything that overtly gay. Sure. So, like in this movie, right?
To be
Like
fair, your standards are pretty high to meet the gay threshold.
they are for sure. I've been exposed to a lot.
You've been
of,
exposed to so much
a lot of gay
shit
behavior
of your life. that you're
and, you know,
desensitized to it. The general public, they
right.
still find some of that
They're
stuff
a lot
shocking.
They're a lot more homophobic.
Yeah, right.
So in this film, he.
I love homophobic people. They're so fun to fuck with.
Well,
Just like start touching their inner thigh.
Kirsten Dunst's son, right? He's pretty effeminate.
Yeah.
And then Benedict Cumberbatch starts making fun of him, and it's like, oh, hold on a
I'm
second.
gonna turn away from you. It's not because I don't like you.
man-
It's just because I kind of want to like rest my body on the opposite side.
The man doth protest too much, because he's making fun of this kid who's effeminate. It's like, wow, okay, obviously Benedict's gonna be gay, and he keeps talking about this guy who like taught him everything he knows on the farm, on the ranch, like as a rancher. His name is Bronco Bill.
I'm glad you take this podcast seriously. Like you really like do your research. Like you need some material for the next day.
Right.
So you just find a movie and plug away
Damn,
at it.
what the fuck is this dude's name in the movie?
Jesse Plemons.
No, Bronco. Damn. Bronco Henry is the love interest that we never meet. He died at the age of 50. This guy died.
Nice.
And Benedict Cumberbatch, he like has this like saddle, like all like in like a little memorial area, in memory of Bronco Henry, and he's always talking about him like to his other like ranch hands and stuff.
I feel like I'm always impressed with Benedict's like American accent he does for Doctor Strange. Like it's really
Yeah.
it's a really nice like good like authentic New York accent.
It's good, yeah. He does a really good job with Doctor Strange. I was
But
hoping
this
that
was more of a southern kind of accent.
it was a Montana accent.
What is a Montana accent?
It's not southern. It's more just like rough Western.
Okay.
More just rough Western.
Guy's a real actor.
So Kirsten Dunst marries
Jesse Plemons.
Jesse Plemons. For the second time, I guess.
Right.
And
Yeah, because they met on Shooting Fargo, I believe.
Oh.
They played husband and wife in that show.
I see. In the show,
In the show Fargo.
I haven't watched that.
It was pretty good.
I've heard good things about it.
I think I watched the first 2 seasons.
Okay,
Yeah.
I've heard good things about it. So he does not like Benedict Cumberbatch. Does not like that his brother got married, and he's kind of rude. I wouldn't say he's like that mean, but he's rude to
Right.
Kirsten Dunst, and that makes her start drinking like a fish.
Huh.
She starts drinking and drinking.
She good?
No. She really started drinking.
Right.
And he's rude to her. He's rude to her son. But then all of a sudden, like, he's got this like area in like that he goes off to. Benedict Cumberbatch does. He like moves a couple like branches, and then like there's like a tunnel he crawls through of like through some like wood,
Uh-oh.
and then it's like this nice like area of like lush grass.
What?
It's kind of weird because like all you're seeing is like this like very like beige Montana landscape, and then he like somehow there's also this area of like lush grass.
Wow.
I guess it's right by the river. Anyway, so the first time you see him go there, he strips down naked, butt ass naked.
Oh, we see everything?
You see the cummerbunch just slightly. You see it kind of like flop up when he takes mud.
Whoa.
He takes mud from the ground and just rubs it all over his body.
There's the Oscar nom right there.
He takes mud from the ground and just rubs it all over his body, like just trying to get really dirty.
Why?
I guess I don't know. Yeah, it was a weird
Okay.
scene.
You're just like
like, the
watching
movie
this
doesn't-
alone
the
at
movie-
like 2 a.m.
the movie doesn't
in your
really-
basement.
Yeah. The movie doesn't really give you enough to be like, this guy's weird. Like it's like, yeah, he's weird, but it's not like he's really weird. It was very lukewarm. It's like it didn't want to go too far in any direction. Like, make him fucking weird, weirder. But yeah, you see the cummerbunch,
Nice.
I was like, it said nudity, and I'm like, whose nudity
Yeah.
is it gonna be? And it was all male.
Damn.
It was all male.
It's a shame.
So you see the Cumberbunch, and then he takes a dip, and then later when the son comes to live at the ranch, he finds this area when Benedict Cumberbatch is there. His character's name is Phil Burbank, the Burbank brothers.
Nice.
So he finds, this area, right? And he's going, he finds this little I don't know, fort that was made, and there's a box in the fort, and in it are some fucking gay magazines with with Bronco Henry's name on them.
Wait, when does this take place?
1925. They're like muscle.
They had gay magazines.
They're
back
like
then?
Muscle Man magazines, like the male physique.
Oh, they weren't necessarily made for gay men to beat off to.
Well, I don't, probably not necessarily, but I mean, there's just really muscly guys completely naked in this magazine.
Okay.
and
you saw that too.
Yeah,
You saw
yeah.
some more
Well,
kind of
I don't think
photographed
they show you
penises?
like the penis in the magazine, but there's a butt,
Oh, okay.
So he finds those, and then before that, Benedict Cumberbatch doesn't know that he found those, but then somehow after the scene, he is nice, starts being nice to him. But the kid doesn't like that he's terrorizing his mom, by being kind of mean.
Yeah.
So eventually he kills him.
Benedict
but-
Cumberbatch does?
No, the kid kills Benedict Cumberbatch.
Aw.
Yeah, in kind of a roundabout way. That doesn't really make it makes sense, but it's how he just I guess decides you're done, or I don't know. Yeah, it was
Wow.
just
like that.
But not, he kills him right. He dies
And
right
just
after.
like that, Benedict Cumberbatch is dead.
Right, he does. Well, he kills him right after. There's some really kind of strained gay tension because. Oh, and there's
just
also
like
there's
that,
also a scene where Benedict
I'm
Cumberbatch is
gay.
he has a handkerchief with Bronco Henry's initials on it, and he's rubbing it all over his face. Look at me. He's rubbing it all over his face.
Do I have to look at you?
And then he's rubbing it on his neck, and then he takes it down into his pants
Okay.
and jacks off very gently.
Ew.
But you don't see him finish or anything. He's got pants on. But yeah, he's ever so slightly rubbing.
Who made this movie?
Rubbing
Some woman?
this lady who is apparently a master at the top of her game. This movie was very lukewarm. I
feel
wasn't.
This woman's just crowded with the female gays.
It wasn't. It wasn't that.
I don't want any part of that.
It wasn't that shocking in any respect.
A lot of people are very attracted to Benedict Cumberbatch. Maybe this is just kind of a movie for them.
I can see people being attracted to him. I just don't think this was his best performance.
He's a hot tamale.
Here's the thing, right? Watching Sherlock Holmes years ago, I never thought that I would have to see the Cumberbunch.
I always had a faint suspicion that I would see it one day. He's like an actor type. They always
is definitely an actor.
do that
type.
one role that requires them to bear it all.
Yeah, so I wouldn't really recommend watching The Power of the Dog unless you want
Fuck no. Sounds awful.
an artsy kind of ranch man.
Sounds like hell on earth.
Or a suppressed gay ranch man movie.
Wow.
Who,
Yeah, no, I honestly I hate movies like that.
Well, I know. So, I knew you would never watch it, so I knew it'd be totally cool to talk about.
Yeah.
That's also a criteria I have to think about. Is Forrest gonna watch this? I don't want to ruin it if he is. Explaining the whole thing.
I like movies where people punch each other and there's violence and sex.
Right. You did hear Kirsten Dunst
hot
and
sex,
Jesse
not,
Plemons
weird.
have sex through a wall. Oh.
That was just actual
And
recording that they took.
Benedict Cumberbatch does not like to hear that. He's on the adjoining wall, so he goes outside.
Okay.
To do ranch.
So
stuff.
what do we learn?
You
from this
also
movie?
get to watch him cut the balls pull the balls off of a bull. He cuts open the testicle sack and then he
what?
pulls the testicles out.
It's gotta be the most off-putting movie I've ever fucking heard of. This sucks.
Well, the thing is, the trailer. I watched the trailer for this, an uncommon occurrence for me. But I watched the trailer for it because I was like,
Sucks.
"Why are people talking about this movie like it's good?" And the trailer makes it seem like something really sinister is going to happen.
I'd rather watch the Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus.
Oh God,
or
that
whatever.
movie was such a train wreck.
That movie was terrible.
It was horrible.
Yeah.
It didn't make any sense. I still like
wait. Is it the Dr.
Parnassus? I think.
Parnassus?
Yeah. No, you got it right.
Oh man, that was awful.
It's 1 minute he's Johnny Depp, the next minute he's Heath Ledger.
Yeah, what a bad creative choice.
What
Why would they do that?
What the fuck? That doesn't make any sense. You can't change a character throughout in the movie without mentioning it. That movie was like somebody was like fucking everybody was on acid or something. They had to be like gooked out.
Yeah, just
Gooked out.
Just like replace Heath Ledger, like reshoot the movie. Like they wanted to use the footage he
Wait,
shot.
what was it? Are you sure that wasn't just a stylistic choice?
No, it wasn't. They only had shot a part of the movie with Heath Ledger, so
Before he passed away.
before he passed away.
Oh, he was in the middle of shooting
His
it.
last movie, he was in the middle of shooting it.
Are you
They were
serious?
like on a break from shooting it. They
Oh,
only shot like
no.
a third of it or some shit.
Oh
So-
yeah,
so they're
reshoot
like,
that,
so
or just
they're like,
scrap
we'll,
the project.
We'll work this into the script, and whenever
They didn't even work it into the script. It was so off-putting because I was like, oh, this movie's gonna be like interesting. I felt like it was gonna be interesting for some reason.
I don't know why I watched it. I guess I used to watch a lot more like artsy movies when I was younger.
It wasn't. Well, it seemed like it might be like a fun kind of Dr. Seuss or almost Willy Wonka type
Maybe.
thing to me. I don't know. This was so long.
This is a long
ago.
time
This is
ago.
a long time ago.
But I'm just saying, I would rather watch that movie again than watch this.
Oh wow.
That's how bad this movie
Wow.
you're describing sounds.
Yeah. The thing is, it wasn't that bad when I was watching it because I felt like some kind of big like crescendo was going to happen. You know, some kind of, but like, because like it's like, yeah,
Some big gay crescendo.
secrets will be revealed, but like the secret is just that he's like a repressed gay.
It's not that big a
He's
deal.
just repressed.
Everyone's a
repre-
little bit
hi-
of a
his gayness is like
gay
repressed, and
these
he's
days.
not, living his best life. And then he's killed because he was fairly rude to Kirsten Dunst.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't understand like the hubbub. You know what I do want to see though is Licorice Pizza.
What's that?
That is the new film by a well-known director. I can't remember his name for at this exact second, but I'll find out in just a moment. He is Paul Thomas Anderson.
Oh, okay.
That's the new PTA movie.
New PTA.
Yeah,
Oh, I think I saw the trailer for that actually.
I haven't seen the trailer.
I did see the trailer for that.
How was the trailer?
It looked good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a good film.
Yeah, I think
I like the poster.
I've liked all his movies. I don't think I've disliked
All
any,
of them?
I don't think I've disliked any of his movies.
You enjoyed Phantom Thread?
Yeah, Phantom Thread was awesome.
I liked Phantom Thread too. It's not that great on a second viewing.
I want to show. I've only seen it once, and I have it on Blu-ray actually.
Right. It's
And
okay.
I want to show Alyssa. I think she'd like it.
I think one of my favorite movies by him is Inherent Vice. That movie is great.
Yeah, that's a really great
The
movie.
movie is like crazy.
It's also super funny.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, I like that movie. I think that might be my favorite movie from him. But yeah, The Master's also really good, and There Will Be Blood. He just got like a way with actors.
I haven't really seen.
Yeah, I really respect him because he writes and directs his own movies.
I haven't seen Punch Drunk Love.
He's one of those like auteur directors that like a Quentin Tarantino or David Fincher,
Right.
who has a really singular vision.
Yeah.
Or Wes Anderson.
Boogie Nights was really good. I haven't seen Punch Drunk Love. Yeah, Inherent Vice. Oh, There Will Be Blood. Yeah, I don't know if I like Inherent Vice or There Will Be Blood more. They're so different.
Yeah,
They're so different.
yeah. I think all his movies are just really about like the performances and like working with the actors and
Right.
crafting kind of like a unique tale. And
Right. I mean, Inherent Vice
presentation.
was really. The script really. You kind of watched that movie a couple times.
Yeah.
That movie
I
specifically.
think PTA is probably like the most handsome director too. He's just he's kind of a looker.
Yeah, he's a good man.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if he's a good man, but he's a good looking man.
Yeah, definitely.
So, Jack Reacher.
He's got a kind of a wry eyebrow raise about
Right.
him. Oh yeah, Jack Reacher's pretty good, right?
Yeah, how many episodes have you seen? What, 4?
I think
5?
I think I've seen 4.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I kind of fell asleep halfway through the 5th one. I think
Gotcha.
I was like nodding off.
It's kind of it's not very action packed.
No, but like that's kind of how the books are too.
Right. It's like
There's a lot of like lead up and suspense in the books.
I feel like
and when the action happens, it's over like very quickly.
I feel like the guy who plays like the detective, I
He's
feel like
super annoying.
I feel like he's like hamming it up a little bit. I don't his performance or something.
I guess like in the book he's really annoying too. Like this is like a very true adaptation of the book, which I appreciate.
Right.
I haven't read the book in a while, but I've read it a couple times actually.
That first one.
The first one because I really like it.
Right.
And yeah, I think it adapts really well to the show. But
Right.
yeah, it's very wordy. It's like you can tell it was adapted from a book. It's not. It doesn't feel like a screenplay.
Which is cool though, because it's a 8 episode series.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I think the guy who plays Jack is good. I like the sexual like tension and chemistry between him and the female lead. That stuff's working really well.
I don't really feel like
for
there's
me.
that much. I'm only 2 episodes
It gets
in.
steamier.
Maybe 3. Wait, no, 2.
It gets steamier in the 3rd and 4th episode.
Right. I mean, it was getting a little steamy in the 2nd. You know, but
I enjoy that.
I just don't really feel like they like. I don't know. It's just like their looks kind of don't like coincide for me with like. He just looks like a maniac. I don't know. Like
He's a tank, dude.
he doesn't really feel sexual to me. He feels like kind of like yeah, I don't know, just like some like really crazy
He's a machine.
strong guy or something.
Yeah.
He's a machine.
Yeah. It's an automaton.
Yeah, I like how he gets to a new town, right?
Just thick muscle.
First episode, opening
with a big
scene,
brain.
right? Or well, not the opening scene, but the opening scene for Jack.
I think all the blood goes to his brain, not much to his cock. And like the women in the books, they always have to like activate him.
He's chiseled though.
He's cut. Yeah.
Yeah. Here's the
like
thing.
that.
I like the first scene with him. He gets off the bus, right?
Mhm.
Classic Jack. And he goes to a diner and he orders a classic American dessert.
Apple pie.
It's peach pie.
Oh, peach pie.
It's peach. Yeah, I was thinking, wow, this is even Apple would have been more classic. I think they should have gone with Apple, even if it's not.
Maybe they didn't want to go that far.
Even if it's not like what the book says, because it probably says peach, and they probably just did peach. But I think it
Yeah.
should be Apple. He's a real American man.
He is. Yeah.
He's
actually born in France, though.
I like how this time they went for like a big, strong psychopath instead of a short, small psychopath for the actor.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, one thing that kind of annoys me, and like I guess this is really true to the book as well.
C'est Neville.
The Neville. But he's always got kind of like, I guess in the novel it's kind of less annoying because you're reading it. But like in the show, it's like he's always got like a little like quip to every single thing.
Yeah.
Like you can't just like talk to him. He's got to like flip it around on you
Right.
every single time.
Yeah, every time.
And once you start to notice it, you're like, oh, this is kind of annoying.
It's like, gosh.
Maybe you could tone it down and just be
Gosh.
like a little bit more of a person, like a
Right.
little more human.
I think that
We're not cracking up at these.
I was no, certainly not. I was. It's kind of just him like asserting his dominance
Yeah, right. Like
over
he's
the-
always,
over
he's
the-
always got to have the edge
over the
over
other
everyone.
characters. Yeah,
not just the bad guys.
No, everybody.
Like even the people who are on his side or whatever.
Right. Well, is anybody really on his side?
Right. He's a lone wolf.
He's a lone wolf,
and
right.
he reminds you of that constantly.
Don't forget.
And he's big.
Right. Oh, he's big.
He's like
chiseled. I wonder.
He's like like you're whatever 6'4" or whatever. He's like 6'5". Details matter.
Details matter.
fuck up,
Like
dude.
that is like his like fucking catchphrase. Does he say that all the time in the book?
I don't remember. I feel like he probably said that like once.
I feel like you would remember that if he said it all the time in the book.
I feel like he said it like once in the book probably.
Yeah, he so far in the second
The
episode,
novel?
he's said it many times. But like up to the end of the second episode, I've heard it many times. Details matter.
Yeah.
It's like the guy's like at 12 o'clock at night. He's like, actually, after it's 11:59, 9:59,
That's the next day.
that's the next day. So it's actually 12 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, some moments like that, I'm like,
Details
this guy's
matter.
kind of a douche.
Details matter.
But like he can kind of get away with being a douche because he's just so handsome and like charismatic.
Right. Well, do you know why that is?
Why?
Because details matter.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Right.
They do matter.
No, well, I'm just saying, like you don't mind it because of those details.
I mean, I was always kind of personally confused on that a little bit. So I'm glad Jack clarified that for me. Like, what time is it?
Right.
I assumed, that
He's always like walking around like sniffing shit.
that 12 midnight would be the next day, but I wasn't entirely 100%
Right, 12 in
sure.
the
But now
morning.
I can be
Right, because I guess it's
now I can
12.
be confident.
It's just a little bit confusing, I guess, because that's 12 in the morning, but then like 12 in the daytime is like 12 in the afternoon. But like it being at 12 o'clock, like I guess it technically is afternoon then, right?
Yeah.
But it like because like after 1 second has passed from the 12 o'clock, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
that's noon.
Yeah.
Any amount of time past that is afternoon.
It's after the
Right, 12 in the afternoon. But
Yeah.
but when it's exactly 12, is it 12 in the afternoon? That's the question.
yeah, if you ever need to be like that precise, we might have to get Elon in here to
Right.
like kind of do some some math.
The E-Dog?
Yeah. I think he's like the world's like leading like mathematician or something, right?
No, certainly not.
He's smart.
Certainly not. I haven't read the Jack Reacher book. I'm looking forward to finishing the series. It does make me want to keep watching it, the episode, when an episode is done. I'm like, the next one I will watch.
Yeah.
That's rare.
Good. Yeah. I like the kind of the twists and turns of like the plot and like
Right.
like how like the information kind of trickles in.
Yeah, they made that guy like eat his own balls. I won't
Yeah.
say who.
Yeah, right. That's like
They like set it up.
that's like a recurring thing in the
It's a
books. Like the villains are like just horrible, like
Right.
awful, like
Right.
disgusting, depraved like individuals
Right.
who like
And
need to be taken down.
Right, and Jack's got to stop him.
Yeah. Yeah, like they just like show like no mercy to their victims. It's awful.
I did
And
though.
Jack's the only one who can stop him.
The quips are like a little bit off-putting. I really liked how when the show started, he wasn't talking at all.
Yeah, he kind of waited.
He waited for a long time, and that was really good. I feel like they should have had him keep his mouth shut more.
Yeah, he doesn't always need to have a little quip.
No,
like sometimes
no.
it's better just not saying anything.
You seem like more of a strong guy when you don't talk all the time.
My dad was he's at Quick Trip and he's trying to figure out what those chips I wanted were, but I told him it's cool. He just asked me if I wanted any particular type of chip, and I was like, Takis.
Oh, Takis.
Because I haven't had those in a
Send
while.
him a picture of the Takis. Just Google Takis and screenshot it.
It's okay. I don't really.
You got it.
I don't really need to eat Takis anyway.
All right.
I was
Spicy.
just, it would be tasty, but I
Right.
don't know. I'm trying to be healthy.
Right. So let's see. The thing also is,
Tortilla chips.
I had something else to say
Spicy
about
tortilla
Jack
chips.
Reacher. Darn.
This is just
That's
such
okay.
a better adaptation. It's like actually feels like they're actually adapting the books for the first time.
Right. And I guess they'll just keep going.
Yeah. If it I guess gets enough clicks,
You got
gets enough
enough
views.
Yeah. Well, I'm doing my part.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Doritos Dynamite
Doritos Dynamite.
chili lemon.
Is that like that's? I guess that's like the Doritos take on Takis.
Yeah,
They're trying to take on Takis.
They're not gonna be able to match Takis.
Takis have that like flair. That
Takis are delicious,
That
man.
fragrance.
They have a big bag of them for like $3 at Dierberg. So every time I walk in,
Yeah.
I'm always tempted, but I never get it. I don't think I've had Takis in like several months. I've been a good boy.
It is the Super Bowl.
But yeah, it's a Super Bowl. It's a special occasion.
Treat yourself.
I just purchased YouTube TV, the free trial, and now I can watch TV for the next 2 weeks.
Right. You can cancel it immediately and you still get to take advantage of the trial.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should cancel it immediately.
Right, because like, what if you forget?
What if you
and then you have
forget?
and you give them $65. It's so fucked up because it's like, what am I gonna do? Pay to watch ads?
Yeah, you're paying like a lot of money. Yeah, I already pay like $60, with all the streaming services I have
Right.
combined.
Right.
So yeah, I don't really know who this is for because like old people
I get a free.
don't really know how to work YouTube. They just have cable.
I get a free.
And, like, young people
Oh.
just do like streaming services.
Right.
So like
It's for
maybe
like
it's for like the middle
middle
ground
ground,
of people.
right.
Yeah, who like maybe just like want live
It's
TV, but they're like young enough to understand YouTube.
it's for like older people. Well, Jake's dad has it. Jake's dad has YouTube TV.
Oh yeah,
I think that a lot of people get it for the sports because
yeah. That's why I
access,
just got it.
right, for
Yeah,
the sports
just for Super
access.
Bowl.
Because if you want to watch those games,
When they
but
had
you
that Jake
don't
Paul
have-
fight, I had to pay for that thing twice. I
Yeah.
bought it on Showtime, I think, and then
Yeah.
it like wouldn't play,
You
so
know-
I had to purchase it again on some other streamer.
Dana White says that Showtime is the bottom of the barrel.
Really?
Yeah. Would you agree?
I don't know. Why is Showtime the bottom of the barrel?
That's what he said. He said it's shit.
Showtime has Homeland.
Not anymore.
Well, yeah, the show's done now, but that
Right.
was like one of my favorite shows for a while.
It's a good show.
Yeah, it's like
I
just
it kind of petered out a little bit for me.
yeah,
I don't know what season, but
I really enjoyed it for a long time though.
right.
Had some thrilling
Oh yeah.
episodes and seasons and
It was
good
a thrill.
performances. But
I
yeah,
wonder.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else about Jack Reacher? Any more Jackie thoughts?
I had I had some more Jack thoughts,
Yeah,
but they are escaping me.
it's okay.
And you know what? I'm gonna watch more before we're here next, and I'll have more Jack thoughts.
Good. Jack Ryan and Jack Reacher. Tonight's gonna be real Jack off.
Yeah. Oh man, you know what movie I forgot existed?
What's that?
That one with Adam Sandler and Andy Samberg, My Boy. Or
That's
whatever.
My Boy.
Yeah, That's My Boy. Yeah.
Nice. That movie very much underperformed at the box office.
Did it?
Yeah, it didn't do well.
They thought they were putting together the dream team, I guess. Little did they know that the script was fucking shit.
Yeah.
It wasn't that funny.
Yes.
And that was back when I thought stuff was funny.
Stay tuned for the paid episode
Right.
where I talk about how Yormer Taccone fucked me over on a deal.
Wow.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Here we go. Shots fired.
Bang, bang, bang.
How do you say his name?
Bang.
Yorma Taccone? Taccone?
If he fucked you over, I don't think it matters.
That's so true.